Hey guys, it's Conan, and I am still sick, so if you hear weird things, it's because there's weird things in my body right now. This video I'm going to be talking about all of my February favorites, which honestly is like mostly music because I listened to a lot of music this month and I didn't really shop that much because I was sick for a large portion of this month. First up is my music favorites. The list for music is pretty long, so let's just get into it. First is a song named Jack's Song by a band named Cavetown. I don't know if you should call it a band if it's just one person. It's this boy named Robin and he's a YouTuber and his YouTube channel is named Cavetown. The song, Jack's Song, is just one of those songs that makes you remember nostalgia to the maximum, which is perfect for me because I write about nostalgia a lot with my music. Like, a lot of my songs are about remembering and making sure I don't forget everything that's going on in my life. And so I just adore this song. I listened to it on repeat for like 3 hours while I was editing once, just cause it's just so good. I can't help it. Like I said, he's a YouTuber as well, so he makes videos and they're really great. I like watching them as well. You can buy the song on Bandcamp, I think, and it's just a really nice song. It's super relaxing and I would suggest giving it a little listen. I actually found out about that song and that YouTuber because somebody tweeted at me like, you should listen to this person. So thank you, the person who recommended that song to me, because I love it. May I just say, my list this month is really adorable. It looks so cute. Next on my list is John Mayer's new EP called The Search for Everything. I am a huge John Mayer fan. He was the soundtrack of a lot of my childhood. Listening to his voice and listening to his music just immediately brings me back to living in this one apartment, I don't know, when I was in maybe first grade or preschool-ish, and he's just one of those classic nostalgia people. And so when he released a new EP, I was like really surprised and excited. I love all 4 of the songs on the EP. I just can't pick a favorite. I think it's really neat that he decided to release it as an EP instead of a full-length album, and the songs sound like John Mayer. Like, it's classic John Mayer, super chill like always. He's just has the most relaxing voice, and if you guys were raised on John Mayer, then you'll probably love these John Mayer songs as well. Next up is this song named Mirage by Alexandra Savior. I was listening to this really super crappy playlist on Apple Music. It was like, I think it was like the alternative pop list or something, and it was so bad. Like, every single song on it, I wanted to just tear my ears off and throw them into a lake. They were that bad. I don't know how they allowed this to be an actual list made by Apple Music. I'm sorry. It was just terrible, and I was getting so fed up. I was like, oh, why are all these songs so bad? I was getting really annoyed. But then this song came on, and I just was blown away. It's so beautiful. My friend Ellie and I decided to define this genre of pop music as spooky pop because it's exactly that. It's spooky pop music. This song reminds me and Ellie a lot of Scooby-Doo, and it's hard to explain. It's not like cheesy or anything. There's like an organ in it, and it just kind of has these chord progressions that weirdly remind us of Scooby-Doo. It's very, very dreamy, and the reason why I love it so much is largely because of the lyrics. The lyrics are just so special and smart, and they're not just these like generic pop songs, you know? A lot of these days I'll be listening to pop music or like alt pop or whatever, and they're just kind of like picking lyrics out of a hat and sticking them in this song generator, and I can't stand it, and this song isn't like that at all. If you listen to Lana Del Rey, you'll probably really like this song because it has like old Lana vibes, kind of like Carmen or Lolita vibes. I think I see this girl becoming my new favorite. She's just so spooky pop. Next up is a song named On and Off by Maggie Rogers, and I've talked about Maggie before on a favorites video, but I couldn't help but mention this song. Her whole EP came out recently and I've been listening to it a ton. The first one of her songs that got popular was a song named Alaska. Right when I heard that song, I knew that Maggie was gonna be like the next big name or like the upcoming artist, and she's totally doing exactly that. Her EP is super strong, and On and Off is just like one of those songs that perfectly fits into my music taste because it is really alt. Like, it has a lot of interesting sounds and very interesting themes. Like, the songs are about things that not a lot of people write songs about, and I really appreciate that. But all of her songs also have a very strong pop chorus and pop chord progressions, but they're also super interesting chord progressions, and I adore Maggie Rogers. She gives me the chills every single time I hear her voice. I love her so much. Last on this list is someone I don't know why I've never mentioned because they're just so important to me. It is the band The Arcs and their album Yours Dreamily. For those of you who don't know, The Arcs is this like side project band headed by Dan Auerbach, which Dan Auerbach is the lead singer for the Black Keys. And if you guys don't know who the Black Keys are, then I don't know what to say. They're like a massive important piece of modern rock music. The Arcs can be seen kind of more as like his quirkier side, and I am a massive fan of Dan Auerbach. This whole album was the soundtrack to most of my high school years, and I don't know why I never ever mentioned him. I wrote down here that it could be defined as alt pop modern rock because it's kind of in this weird category. I think that most of you guys could probably appreciate it. And a fun fact about Dan Auerbach produced the Ultraviolence record. So if you like the sound of Ultraviolence by Lana Del Rey, you'll probably love this album. My favorite songs on it are the songs Put a Flower in Your Pocket, Out of My Mind, Stay in My Corner, Cold Companion, and The Arc. Lyrically, they're incredible. They just do such a good job at writing their lyrics. There's this one lyric in Cold Companion that goes, "She's a cold companion like a desert rose, the worse it is, the more she glows." I wish I had written those lyrics. What kind of beauty? That's incredible. Just so good. And I would really suggest listening to him if you're into the sounds of Ultraviolence, since I'm sure most of you guys have listened to Ultraviolence. They were a huge part of my high school experience. Next up is my fashion favorites. First on my list is this sweater. It's a Tommy Hilfiger sweater, and it's super comfy. I got it at Salvation Army for $1.50 or something great like that. My list is doing weird things. When I first got it, got it off of the rack, I put it on and it was massive. Like, it was way too big. But I usually don't let that stop me, so I still bought it anyways. And then I ended up washing it and drying it, and then the next time I put it on, it was the perfect size. That's so great. I love it. It's so comfy. It's become one of my staples. It really has. Next up is this super cool Hard Rock Cafe denim throwover sort of thing. Ellie and I found this when we were thrift shopping the other day, and it is just so cool looking. Like, dang, that's cool. It also has like a neat little pocket right here, and the tag is really neat. Since it's kind of like getting hotter, I have been wearing less like really big stuff, and I always appreciate a good denim shirt to wear over things. Next is this really big Sky Montana Longboard Company t-shirt that I got at Goodwill. I can't explain why I love this shirt. I just do. Something about the texture and the design on the back, I just like it. Like, some things I can't explain why I like them. I just do. It matches really well in my wardrobe, and since it's getting hotter, I've been wearing just this tucked into my shorts, and I just really love the way it looks on me. I think it fits me really well, even though it's big. It's a nice one. I just love the colors, really. Next is something I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to put in the fashion category, but it's this. It is a chapstick named Moon Balm by the company Hurrah, and I've actually talked about this in one of my vlogs before. When I got sick the past month, my lips got really dry, and they were just like bleeding randomly all the time. Like, I'd just be eating and then there's just blood all over my sheets, you know, which is really fun. 10 out of 10 would recommend. But this has saved me. I put it on like 3 times and then my lips were just back to normal, nourished, beautiful, and great. It is just super silky, and when you put it on, it stays on for like 6 hours. It's not one of those chapsticks where you put it on and then afterwards for some reason your lips seem even drier. It's also completely vegan and made out of raw materials, so if you are vegan, you can use it because it's really, really great. And if you aren't vegan, you should still use it because it's really, really great. The only problem is that if you buy it from the website, you have to buy 3. But I bought one for my sister anyway, so it was kind of fine for me. But if you are just buying it for yourself, you probably don't want 3 of them. So maybe like get one for your friend or something. Also, if you're a first-time buyer, they give you a free one, which is super neat as well. So it's just a great company. They make great products, so why would I not want to talk about them? Next up is my lifestyle favorites. Like I said, when I was sick, I had a lot of downtime, so I didn't really do anything because I couldn't move. So I watched a lot of YouTubers and a lot of Netflix. The first on my list is a Netflix documentary series named Abstract. It's just really, really interesting. It follows a bunch of very successful artists, and successful in kind of like the industry sense. The first episode is all about a graphic artist who's made like a bunch of the New Yorker covers, which, if you don't know, doing a cover for the New Yorker is kind of like a graphic artist's dream. If you are an artist in any sense, like a photographer, painter, design artist, architect, it's just a really interesting show to watch because it's these people who took a huge risk by going into the art industry and ended up doing monumentally well, and kind of given a little middle finger to all the people who tell you that being an artist means that you're gonna be poor, because that's not always the case. You could do very well and the world could totally benefit hugely by your artwork. So I just really, really appreciated that documentary series, and it's on Netflix. Next up is the YouTuber I Am Karen O. Karen is just one of my favorite aesthetic babes. I just love her to death. She is a beauty blogger, so she does a lot of like makeup and fashion, and although I don't wear makeup myself, I just enjoy watching her put on her makeup for some reason. It's just really amusing. The things that I really adore by her are her lookbooks, because she just does such an incredible job at editing them. Aesthetically, she always keeps everything all in the same realm, and she has a very defined aesthetic, and you can tell from her channel. Definitely would suggest checking her out if you're into the fashion beauty world. Next up is Dodie Clark, but specifically her channel Dottlevloggle. I have been a 4-year fan of Dodie. I've been watching her since like way back. We go way back, except she doesn't know me, I just know her. I've actually met her once, and like for some reason I just got really nervous and just like started talking to her, and like my words were just like spilling out, and they just kept coming, and she was super sweet. But the reason why she's on my list this month in particular is because she made a video every single day in February, and so I've been watching her a lot more than normal because she's posting a lot more. I really, really appreciate her videos. I really look up to her and her fan base because she's so genuine, and she doesn't use clickbait or anything like that. She just has such a personal relationship with her viewers. I'm sure you guys already know who she is, but I just wanted to say thanks, Dodie, for making great content. Last on this entire favorites list is the YouTube channel Good Mythical Morning, with the 2 happiest people I've probably like ever met, which are Rhett and Link. Next to their name, I just wrote "wanna be cheered up," because that's exactly what they do. They always find a way to cheer me up. Ooh. My voice is doing something weird. They upload every single day of the week, which is crazy, but they have like a whole team. Their videos are super, super professional, and they just mess around. They just do weird things. Like they'll like make a taco out of fish eyeballs and then see what it tastes like. They just do stuff like that, and I don't know, I just love them. I just love their personality. They upload super, super early in the morning, so if I start off my day with their show, I just always end up having a nice day, a positive day. They just always make me laugh without fail. So that is everything on my favorites list this month. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, even though it was like primarily not physical things and a lot of like music and YouTubers and stuff. In the comments below, I'd love to hear what your guys' favorites were for the past month. As you can tell by this list, I'm very highly influenced by what you guys tell me to watch, because you guys have very good taste in things. So going through the comments and like checking out things that you guys recommend is always just a really like happy part of my day. So I'd really appreciate if you guys told me what your favorites were so that I could check them out, and then they'll probably be on the next favorites video. If you'd like to see more of me, you can follow me on my Twitter, which is @ConanXCanon, and my Instagram, which is @ConanGray. I do those 2 guys. a lot. So if you like don't feel like 2 videos a week is enough, then you can follow me on there. And I'll see you guys in a few days with a brand new video. God bless and goodbye.